everyone, my name is Alice and I'm a makeup artist here in Barcelona. Because this is my first YouTube video, I wanted to do a little presentation so you can get to know me a little bit. Well, should I say a big bit? That was awful. No, but the thing is, I really did a whole degree project about myself. So, first of all, if you're like me and you love to classify people as many ways as possible, here I made you a scheme with hearts background because Valentine's Day, duh. Even though no one asked for that, you'll thank me later because one day, if I become a famous YouTuber, you can tell people facts about me and feel like a true fan. So you're welcome. So, according to the Myers-Briggs test, which consists of classifying personalities into 16 types, I'm an ENFP, which translates to extroverted, intuition, feeling, and perceiving. I think. In the astrology world, which I love because it makes me feel like a witch, I'm a Sagittarius in Sun, a Sagittarius in Moon, and a Sagittarius in Ascendant. So, if you had doubts about what a Sagittarius looks like, you can really use me as an example. Talking about generations, the internet is a little bit confused. In some sites, I'm considered a millennial, and in others, I'm from Generation Z, which combines pretty much exactly what has defined my life up until now. Childhood playing outside, but with my DS playing Animal Crossing, and obviously falling in love with my king Elvis. Adolescence discovering depression, and early adulthood watching TED Talks to understand why baby boomers left us a world like this, where they promised us that the key to success was to study as much as possible, just to realize in the end, at least here in Spain, that there are not enough jobs for us and that we probably won't have any pensions once we get old. Oh, and I forgot, global warming. I really feel that the apocalypse movies that we saw as a child were a subtle way that society had of showing us what was coming in the future. Even so, really, don't forget, I'm an ENFP and a Sagittarius, so I'm still an optimistic person. Now you might ask yourself, but Alice, you didn't told us what type of DISC personality you are. And that, my friends, it's true. I'm sorry, and I will tell you immediately. So for those of you who don't know, DISC is a way to categorize people in 4 different groups related to workplace roles and depending on their natural skills and personality traits. So I'm considered an inspiring person, which, to be honest, suits my brilliant self very well. I don't know, I keep laughing all the time. I could keep talking about my life, traumas, pleasures, and even darker secrets for all day long because I love to talk. But the professional and responsible Alice needs to have her segment too in this video, so I'm gonna let her start the tutorial. Thank you, Alice. So to begin with, I already applied my foundation, concealer, and powder. Be aware of possible creasing in the eyelids and get rid of it by gently pressing with your fingers, putting on powder afterwards so the eyeshadow you're gonna apply next stays in place. As you can see, I'm applying a pink cream eyeshadow to create a base, blending it out and making sure I leave the center of the eyelid empty. This eyeshadow is the result from mixing a pink and a white cream pigment I have in this palette, which I believe is a dupe for the Flash Color palette from Makeup Forever. I just want the paper, the visa, I'm out like the one you call the macho, the head honcho. I'm using a pink eyeshadow, a little warmer than the previous one, to get the edges blended with a different hue. Using a lavender shimmer, I'm highlighting the center and also giving to the eyelid an overall Barbie feeling that I really feel nostalgic about and tend to do every day, even though I should go out of my comfort zone and try new things to improve my skills as a makeup artist. But yeah, just do that. With a tiny little brush, apply in the inner corners a shimmery pink eyeshadow. Mixing so many different shades of pink and lilac in different finishes like cream, matte, and shimmer, we're creating a three-dimensional look which at the sunlight you'll be able to appreciate different undertones while moving your face. It will give you so much light in your look, and I promise that if you don't have someone to spend Valentine's Day with you, you can always take a walk with this look and make everyone fall in love with you. Trust me, this happens to me all the time. And I'm telling you, you don't even need to be sexy. You just need to wear shimmer. I did a quick eyeliner off camera because I can't seem to concentrate while being recorded. And after that, I'm adding water to a pink eyeshadow that works beautifully as a liquid liner. I really recommend this palette, it's a very cheap one. And putting it in the beginning part of the lower lash line. Using the same product, I'll draw little lines mimicking doll lashes to give a pop of color there and balancing out the overall look. I'm also adding a white liner to open up the eyes more. I'm blending the previously drawn lashes with these two colors, elongating the eye and giving it a little bit more contrast. As you can tell, I just put on mascara off camera. Because the look had more cooler pinks than warmer, I decided to go with a peach blush to balance everything out. To finish the skin, I'm mixing a white and a pink highlighter and blending it into the skin with a fluffy brush so it doesn't gather in a little spot. I want to give the cheeks an overall natural glow. I'm wetting a spoolie brush and rubbing it into glycerin soap until I get a thick but still damp texture to use as an eyebrow gel. Soap brows help to give definition to each hair and set them in place perfectly, so I really recommend this technique. Using a contour powder or a cool toned bronzer, I'm shading around the lips to give depth so the lips catches the light and seem to have more volume. With a pink nude lip liner, I'm defining the shape I want to get for my lips and correcting unbalanced areas. Now I'm using two different nude tones, one pinkier and the other more on the beige side, to create the perfect match to the previous lip liner. Make sure to use a lip brush and blend the liner and the lipstick together. Apply lip gloss only on the higher points of the lips to avoid excessive oiliness and stickiness, but still getting the same visual effect. First of all, because in this look we're gonna use darker colors, I recommend you to start with the eyes makeup. I'm starting with a red pencil to trace the contour of the beginning part of the eye, so the eyeshadows stick better later on. As I did before, I'm following the same steps again, but now with a pink cream pigment, just focusing on the central part of both lash lines. To end the eye, I'm elongating its shape with a purple cream pigment. It doesn't really matter if while doing this step you get a little bit messy, because we're gonna blend it out after anyways. Using a metallic tangerine eyeshadow, I'm setting the initial part we did in the inner corners, and we're gonna keep doing that for the rest of the colors, setting them on place and blending the edges with metallic shades. To give a little bit more depth and magic to the eye, I'm using a shimmery purple eyeshadow with a black base. I felt like the color needed to be blended more into my skin, so I used a bronzer as a transition color. Once again, I'm trapped in my Barbie effect addiction. I was missing shimmer so much, so I decided to go with a coppery pink in the center and a true copper in the inner corners. Apply your favorite mascara, keeping the roots well coated and dark. Because this look already has a bunch of colors, I thought we had to go with a more of a subtle lip, so I'm using a light nude lip liner to define the edges. And afterwards, don't forget to apply a lip gloss. Finally, because I want to keep the cheeks simple and not distracting from the eyes, I use the same highlighter combo as before, which the pink has enough pigmentation to be used as a subtle blush.
The morning sun shines on your skin, 'cause you're white curtains.
Using a pencil, I'm lining the contour of my eyes. I recommend you to use a lip liner instead of an eye pencil because they tend to be creamier and they take longer to dry, so if you're planning on blending it afterwards, it's the best option.
But we're safe here under the sheets. I don't ever wanna
To set it on place and blend it a little bit, I'm using a red satiny eyeshadow.
and listen to you breathe. I don't ever wanna leave. I'll watch you.
With a fluffy blending brush, I'm applying very lightly in the lid a duochrome eyeshadow which combines red and lime green. I'm not trying to make the effect stand out, I just want to play with different hues and undertones without making it too noticeable.
'Cause every time
Line the lower lash line with a brown pencil.
something new, like the scar on your spine, you fell apart.
Apply mascara, but try to not rush yourself as I did here. I wanted to create an electric pastel red color, so I mixed a red cream pigment with a little bit of coral. If you don't have any cream eyeshadows or pigments, you can always use lipstick, taking a tiny amount with a spatula and crushing it until it gets creamier. I'm making sure to apply it evenly with a spoolie to avoid little clumps.
Don't ever wanna leave. I'll watch you sleep. I'll watch you sleep.
Clean any spots you've left with your favorite concealer or foundation. It's important to set all the cream finished products we've applied before, so now I'm using a big fluffy brush to apply loose powder. Don't be shy and apply a great amount. As long as it's translucent, no trace will remain. Use a fan brush to remove the leftover. With the leftover pigment mixture I did for the eyebrows and lashes, I'm applying it to the lips with my finger to give a blotted lip effect. Because this is a monochromatic look, I'm using the same pigment mixture as a blush. As you can tell, this is my favorite highlighter product. I'm blending it out with a big brush as always. And this, my friends, is the last look. I hope that this video inspired you in some sort of way, or at least kept you entertained. I enjoyed a lot creating this look, so please tell me if you would like me to do more makeup related videos or maybe videos about other things. Thank you for watching, and now I leave you with my cat and my friend Nora. Bye!
Suscríbanse, sí. Suscríbanse, arigato, arigato, gozaimasu. Ahora es japonesa. Y luego en francés. Merci, merci, merci. Solo sé decir eso. Merci.